You guys are never going to believe what just happened to me. I filmed an entire makeup tutorial for you guys because I love you so much, and there was no audio. Me in my full face of makeup, called Joe, I called Andrew. What does one do? And they told me to get back on that horse and try again. So I washed it off, and here we are yet again. I'm gonna show you guys my makeup routine for every day. I wear this makeup on the Sidetracked Podcast. A lot of you guys have commented saying that you want to see me do my makeup. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm going to pin my hair back with these Tarte pins that Andrew got me. Andrew went to the Eras tour with Tarte. He got a bunch of makeup and cool stuff, and he let me and his mom go through it all. There we go. I think that's right. I have a couple products that I highly recommend that you try. By the way, if you are watching this and wonder,
why should I trust this girl? She's not even a beauty influencer.
That's the whole point. Because if I like a product, I'm not getting paid to promote any of these. They are products that are tried and true that I've loved my whole life. We're going to start with our primer. I love the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So I just take a little bit of that, I dot it all over my face, and I make sure that I really get the areas that like makeup tends to clump up. Those areas for me are like the crevice of my nose right here and my forehead in between my eyebrows. It just like clumps up there, I don't know why. I like to bring it down my neck. This is my secret step. It has helped me so much. Once your primer has been laid down, I don't set my face at the end of my makeup. I use my setting spray now. You can use whatever setting spray you like. This one is Shades by Shan. I got it in an Ipsy bag. I really like the Urban Decay All Nighter. That's a classic one. I have like a Tarte one that I like, but just use any setting spray right after your primer. I rub it in a little bit, and then I make sure that it dries all the way down. Once your setting spray is all the way dry, then we're gonna start our foundation. My very favorite foundation that I don't think I will ever stop using is the House Labs foundation. You might be thinking to yourself,
Jenna is the biggest Lady Gaga fan in the world. Of course she's gonna use her foundation.
But actually, when Lady Gaga started up House Labs years ago, when it was an Amazon exclusive brand, I tried it and it wasn't very good. She rebranded, and this product is a holy grail. It's incredible, it's amazing. I use the shade 175 Light Neutral. So I'm gonna shake it up. I'm gonna pump one pump onto my fingertips and just dot it all over my face. Do a little bit on my neck. Then I'm going to take this, it's an IT Cosmetics foundation brush. I really like this brush because it's like on an angle here, so it gets into every little crevice. Just gonna start blending that out. Go nice and soft, not too hard, not too rough on your skin. Be gentle, enjoy the process. This is my favorite step of my makeup. Seeing my skin transform, and like I have like post-acne marks and hyperpigmentation and all that stuff, so seeing that all just like melt away is so satisfying for me. I go over my eyelids a little bit too because I have redness. Guys, if you've watched the podcast, you know that I've had 4 surgeries on this eyelid, so it gets a little bit silly sometimes, so I like to just cancel that out a little bit as much as I can. The next step is I take a pressed powder. I love this IT Cosmetics by Pores pressed powder. I take a little brush, this is a Real Techniques brush, and I just gently, so gently go over the areas where I get oily. I do like a light dusting all over the face, but this will keep us nice and glowy. And I'm just like dipping it in very lightly. I'm not going crazy with it. Next, we're gonna do concealer. I've been using this Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer. I like it. The trick to concealer, and Rachel O'Cool taught me this, you don't wanna do it too close to like the top of your lower lid, because then it's gonna look super weird and like scary, and I'll wipe the excess off a little bit. So what I like to do, I'll do 3 dots, like 1 line at the end, just to kind of lift. I know a lot of people like really light concealer. I look crazy with it. So I just go for something similar to my skin tone, maybe like a half a shade lighter. I'm going to take a Real Techniques brush and just blend that in. And we're gonna blend up towards the eyelid so that we don't look crazy. Kind of softly, take your time. We're looking pretty good now. The way I like to set my concealer, that's when I use a loose powder. So I take this Tarte, what's it called? Tarte Creaseless Setting Powder. This is also from Andrew's shout out. And I just take the little applicator it comes with, dip it into the powder, and I just press it along my under eye like that. I wipe away the extra because it looks crazy right now. A lot of people leave the loose powder on for their whole routine to like bake it. I don't do that. I just take a little brush and I wipe it away. Now we're starting to look flawless. A lot of people will go and do their contour and things next. I'm gonna go right into my eyes. I'm gonna start with my eyebrows. I've been using this forever. Benefit Gimme Brow. I use shade 4.5. I used to use like dip brow pomades, brow pencils, but I actually like the look of it, like a little more natural lately and a little crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and comb that through. Oh, I got a little, oh! So no worries if that happens to you. Just stay calm, cool, and collected. We wipe it away. Take your foundation brush and just pretend it never happened. Just like me filming this an hour ago. I'm just kind of combing this through. At the front, I like to comb up. My eyebrows are a little bit different from each other from having surgery, so I try to make this one a little straighter. You know how they say eyebrows are sisters, not twins? Mine are like second cousins. Actually, I don't even know if they know each other. They just like met at a family reunion and we're like, wow, we're just gonna leave it at that. Joe's at work today, so this is actually the first time that you and I get to hang out like one-on-one, which is amazing. I've been really dying to hang out without Joe around, but I do want to include him in many more videos that I make, but I figured I didn't need him here for a makeup tutorial. What does he know? I used to love to wear crazy eyeshadow looks. I just don't do that anymore. My eyelids are very uneven. I just keep it simple. I just do a little bit of a neutral brown eyeshadow on the outer corner just to like define slightly. So I have this beautiful Tarte Bejeweled palette. I'm just gonna go in with this like neutral brown shade and just define the outer corners of my eye. Just using this little eyeshadow brush. The name is scratched off. I just took a little bit on the brush and just rubbed it on the outer corners. That's as far as I've been going lately. However, I do like lately to take a little bit of shimmer. I'm gonna go in with this shade. I think it's called Facet. Use this little flat eyeshadow brush and just do the inner corners of my eye. I'm bringing it in a little bit just for like a little life to the eyes. Just add a little sparkle back into the eye. And if I'm going out, I'll wet the brush before putting on the shimmer to really like make it look super pigmented. It just adds a little glimmer and you can see it more in person, but it's cute. So that is where I really leave the eyeshadow. It's super, super natural. And again, if I'm going out or something, I'll take like a darker color and kind of define the outer edges of my eye. But I wanted to show you like what I wear on a day-to-day basis. You can glam it up, you can dress it down. My next step that I love to do is liquid eyeliner. I love this Clinique liquid eyeliner. This one's in black. Once in a while, I will use a dark brown if I just really want to be understated. I do a little bit of a winged liner and I only go up to about the inner part of my iris just to leave the inner corners of the eye nice and bare and like create that kind of thing. So I'm gonna do that off camera and then I'll show you after. Now that my eyeliner's on, I'm actually excited that I'm filming this again because I forgot to try a new product in the last video. It's this Shiseido eyelash curler. I've heard amazing things on TikTok, but when I went to Ulta, the cashier said, oh, I love this eyelash curler. Just be careful not to rip out your eyelashes with it. I was like, huh? So now I'm kind of scared. We're gonna try it. Ooh. Oh, okay, I kind of see what she meant. It's very strong, but when I curl my eyelashes, I like to curl them for like 15 seconds. I even scroll TikTok sometimes. I like them nice and curled to open up these lids. Whoa, I feel like they're really curled. We'll see more with mascara. I've been using this Tarte tubing mascara. I love tubing mascara these days because it's just so much easier to take off, truly. And this one's really nice. I feel like that curler worked really well. I'll probably keep using it because I was using an extremely old one. I don't even know what brand. Do you guys just ever feel like emotionally attached to makeup brushes and items? Like, they're tried and true. They've gotten me through so much. So I just put on a couple coats here. And if you get any on your eyelid, which I'm bound to get it on this eyelid, I will show you how to fix it. That's our one eye done with mascara laid. We're gonna curl the other lash. When I was growing up, I would use those like Maybelline quad eyeshadows where like they had different colors for different eye colors. And that was like my holy grail. I can't believe how far makeup oh, that is too curly. That is too it's like, it's a 90-degree angle. That's an out for too long. Let's see how it comes out. But anyway, I loved those eyeshadow quads, and it's just so funny. Like these days, people growing up and getting into makeup, there's just a whole world out there. Even drugstore makeup these days is so good. I was using Dream Matte Mousse foundation, which only came in shades of Oompa Loompa. Okay, so I got it all over my eyelid as I expected because I had surgery. I should put a counter how many times I mentioned that I have surgery in this video. If you get mascara on your eyelid, which I do every time, my trick that I learned from Samantha Robindahl back in the day that is so life-saving to me. I wait for it to dry, so I'll usually continue like doing the rest of my makeup, but for this video, I waited for it to dry. I will take a clean spoolie. This is just like a regular spoolie on the end of an eyebrow pencil, and you just flake it off, and it just comes right off, and it doesn't really disturb the eyeshadow underneath. It's so much better than like wiping it off with a Q-tip or something. I'll always have a few chunks left over, but now that the eyes are done, nice and simple, we're gonna start contouring. A lot of these products are interchangeable in this video. However, I highly recommend the Fenty Beauty contour stick. I have this in shade Amber. It is the perfect contour shade because it is so cool toned. It just looks like a shadow, and it just snatches you. So I take my contour stick. I start right here. I feel my cheekbone right here, and I just draw a line in like that. Same on the other side as best you can. And then I do like right under my hairline to make it look like a cute little Barbie forehead. Sometimes I'll take a little bit and I'll go under my lip to give us the illusion of beautiful, plump lips. I use the best tool for this, which are my fingertips, and I just blend. This blends like a dream. I feel like other cream and liquid contours are so patchy, but this one is so good. See, look at that. It's already looking amazing. I use barely any effort at all. I try not to go down too much and like pull my face down. I try to like keep it up. And we're gonna blend the forehead. Everything is starting to come together. This is where I do a little bit of bronzer. Take whatever bronzer you like. I don't find a huge difference between them. If it's your shade, it's your shade. I have this Murillo Twins little palette here. I got this in an Ipsy bag also, and it's actually really great. I take this dual-ended Tarte brush into this lighter shade, and I kind of just go over where I contoured a little bit, go on my jawline a little, down my neck, making sure you get it all over your white shirt that you're wearing, over my forehead, just to bring like a little bit of warmth into that super cool toned contour that we just did. Now look at us, guys. Are you doing your makeup with me right now? I would love that. Once we have a little bit of bronzer on our face, comes the highly requested part. It's blush. I use 3 different types of blush with my makeup. And it's okay if you don't have these exact products. I highly recommend starting with the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. I've tried Rare Beauty, and I don't like it. It's like too pigmented. You put more than like the tip of a pin amount, and it's like you look crazy. So I have this in the shade Dusty Rose, which is a nice pinky color. I do 2 dots. Do you have time to work with this blush? I don't like when things fight against me. Like I want time. I'm chilling. I'm having fun doing my makeup. Like give me time. So I'm blending that out with my fingertips, kind of into my temples. We go through different stages with blush in this makeup routine. It will look crazy at some point, but I will show you how to fix it. We're getting a little close to our nose. That's totally fine here. So now that we have our liquid blush layer, we have a perfect base for our powders. I take this Misho Beauty single blush shade. I think it's in shade Misho, but any sort of darker cool tone pink will work perfectly for this, because this shade is a little bit like peachy, so I like to bring a little cool tone back to it. I'm going to take my Morphe blush brush, dip it in, and we just go right over it, bringing it into the temples. Don't worry if you get too close to your nose. We don't care at this point. Now we have a beautiful cheek, and we're ready for the last blush step, which is a nice light pink shade. Every brand has this shade, that winter wonderland sort of like bubblegum pink. Take it on your blush brush. This one you can bring up to like the under eyes, just to give you like such a good blend. I love finishing with this shade. It's Gorgina. Do a little on the nose. You might look at yourself and say, I look like a clown, which I do every time. So what I do now is I take that same foundation brush I used earlier, it has leftover foundation on it, and I just swipe it a little bit near my nose, and look at that. It just makes the placement so easy and so much better because you don't have to spend all that time worrying about your placement too much, because I think that's where people go wrong with blush. And guys, it's 2025. I love a lot of blush these days. It's so funny. I used to not wear any blush at all. I just put bronzer all over my face, kind of like what Andrew does now. So once we have our blush on, then comes highlighter. A lot of people have been asking me what kind of highlighter I use, and I have been ashamed to admit I use a decade plus old Becca liquid highlighter in shade Opal. I know what you're thinking.
Is Becca even a brand anymore?
I don't know myself. I used to use this liquid in conjunction with the Opal powder, and it was like that mirror ice finish on your cheeks. Now I just use this liquid, and let me show you. Just do a little line on each side, and I just blend it out, and look at how nice that looks. I know most of you will not have a Becca highlighter on hand. If you do, that's great. Don't worry about the expiration date. Nothing has happened to me thus far. I've had 4 surgeries on this eyelid. However, if you need a dupe, I really like this Tarte Glow Tape in the shade Pearl Glow. It's a really similar shade. You can kind of tell that they look similar. You can go ahead and use that. I highly recommend, if you want like this sort of glowy cheek, use either a liquid or a cream highlighter instead of a powder. Now that our base is set, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my Aquaphor or whatever you use to prep your lips. I'm gonna take my lip liner. I use 2 lip liners. I've been really liking this Tarte lip liner in Dusty Rose. I'll use like a shade similar to my lips first, and then I'll show you what I do. I just roughly line. Don't be too crazy about this. I kind of like blend it out with my finger, like I mush it around. It does not have to be crazy. Guys, sometimes like makeup tutorials on TikTok, like they'll be doing their lip liner and like tell you an entire story like this. Like they'll be like, and then I do that, and I don't know how they do it. It's like ventriloquism, but it's very hard. And I already fucked it up trying to do that. Once our lips are roughly lined and blended out with our sort of Your Lips But Better shade, this I really highly recommend. This is the MAC lip pencil in Greige. It's an amazing cool tone, like it's almost like a lip contour that we're gonna do. There's a TikTok creator, Miss Megan Robinson. She has the best lip combos. I gently line like right here in the center. I don't go to the corners. And then just the very top, just for like a subtle shade. And then I blend it a little. And I feel like it just makes them look like a little bit more plump and defined. I don't like a harsh lip line around. I'm just not the Alabama Barker way. I like to take like a nice cool tone lipstick. This is MAC Viva Glam 2. Kind of dot it in the center. So after that is on, I do my final step, which is Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Oil. I love this stuff. This is from Andrew as well. I use the shade Mixed Berries. I love the smell of this. It smells like cookie dough or something. It's so good. I hate when products are tingly on my lip. And this is not. Show you guys the final look. And that is the final look, you guys. Take 2. I hope this makes the light of day, but you can see this makeup is so versatile. This is my everyday go-to look. I do this look all the time on the podcast. Anybody, influencer or not, can do this. Thank you so much for watching. I am so glad I did this again. If you're behind on the Sidetracked Podcast, go catch up. Thank you so much. Please like this video and subscribe if you liked it and want more content. I have tons of video ideas that I want to do with Joe. We have so many fun things planned. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.